All right, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sound check. All right, I think we are good to go. How you doing, folks? Ron Raymond here from the Ram Report for a Saturday weekend edition of the Ram Report. It is Saturday, September 25th. Hopefully you're having yourself a good start to your morning. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. Today's podcast brought to you by bullpenpicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join. Sign up today and follow the top scores each and every day right here at bullpenpicks.com. In fact, let's take a look at our current leaders. It's Eddie O from Montreal at 957. You got Roberts at 875, and there's AccuDog at 820. And those are your top three pickers right now at ATS Stats or at bullpenpicks.com. And folks, if you want to follow my baseball picks each and every day, you go to bullpenpicks.com, go to most followed. Always look for the Expos logo. Follow my picks. I went 11-4 yesterday, and I'm hitting 54% on the season. And that's every game on the board that I pick each and every day. If I go look at my record here, let me see if it shows up here on the dashboard. And let's go to last 500. And you can see right here, there's old Musk. Hey, it's like Old Spice right there. Those old Musk, 1242. There's Ron Raymond at 1214 wins. And that is 54% on the year. And I pick every game on the board. And you can see my picks for free each and every day at bullpenpicks.com, which is part of the PST Gaming Network. And if you once you do follow the picks, go to your following page link right here. And you can see there's Musk's pick for today. I'll have my selections up shortly. And there's Eddie O. Those are the only two guys that I follow right now. Or actually, who am I following right now? Let's go to my following. Yeah, those are the only two guys I'm following right now. And I've been saying it since day one, right? All the pick sites, Hockey Picks, Bullpen Picks, Hail Mary, and the B-Ball Picks. This is a tool that you need to put into your toolbox. And eventually people will understand the meaning of those sites. And when you follow other good pickers, it makes you a better handicapper in the end, and it makes me a better handicapper too. And I've been doing this 24 years, and you can always teach an old dog a new trick, right? Also, if you're going to count all those winners today, make sure you use the parlay calculator at parlaycalculator.com. In fact, if you go there right now and you put in your parlay, so let's say if we put in a 6-teamer, so we got 110, say we're playing the spread today, 120. Let's say we throw an underdog there at 140 and a 220 favorite, and then we say a 150 favorite, and then we got a nice 180 underdog, and let's say we put a 20 on that. It'll pay $1,100, so $1,120, and you can use the parlay calculator right here at parlaycalculator.com each and every day. And let's see who's streaking right now. And I know I won my streak last night. I had the Toronto Argonauts. I'm on a 3-game win streak right now. And there's Metalhead56. He hasn't posted a pick in a while. So being selective, and that's the way you got to do it if you're going to make money in this business, right? All right, so good morning, everybody. I want to say good morning to there's BC Dave. He's probably upset with that loss last night from the BC Lions. They had 2 good CFL football games last night. If you were able to stay up and watch those games, especially the one in Saskatchewan, BC, that went right down to the wire. And if you had Saskatchewan -1, well, you had a little gif at the end, So Saskatchewan goes ahead. They I think was it 24-25 or something like that. Anyway, they're up by 1. They're covering by 1. The other team that does a onside kick. BC does an onside kick. And Saskatchewan recovering goes the other way, and then they win the game by 6 points. It was a crazy finish, and bad beats. Put that in the bad beat department, right? And also Toronto Argonauts 2.5 points was the recommendation I gave here yesterday. It was one of my top plays in my premium section, and it was a nice winner yesterday. And if you go to ATSstats.com, go to picks, go to Ron's premium picks, and there you can see I had Toronto -2.5. That was my premium pick. And if you are interested in my top plays, my best bets, I'm very selective in my premium picks. I only give out maybe 1 or 2 twice a week. Well, on football, I'll give out my normal 2 selections in NFL college football. But during the week, now that NHL is going to be here, NBA, I'm going to be very, very selective giving out those premium picks, because at the end of the day, it's about cashing out and getting to the cash out Monday, right? All right, there's Mitchell Watson's in the house. There's Eric Jones. How you doing? There's Snipers in the house. There's Bald Cash. How you doing, Bald Cash? And everybody's rumbling, stumbling, and tumbling into the bullpen right here at the Rain Report. And Mitchell Watson says he took the advice and probably those CFL games for small cash. Thanks, Ron. A win is a win. Yeah, a win's a win. When you open up the newspaper, well, who reads a newspaper anymore, right? So when you open up your iPad, your iPhone, or your Samsung or your PC, and you're seeing the yesterday's results, you don't doesn't matter how they won, as long as they won, right? All right, so we're gonna have a good show here for you today on a Saturday. It's always on the Saturdays. Ask Me Anything. So I'm gonna go through the computer picks for baseball. I'm going to have a little blurb on the Toronto Blue Jays, and I've been saying since day one, get rid of that jack in September. I know I'm going to sound like, old man pointing a fist at cloud, but, I've coached football for 24 years, and there's a mentality on a team, and when you get close to a playoff, it's business. You can have fun in baseball in, April, May, June, July, August. Once September comes, put that friggin' jacket away, and it's business. And I'm telling you, that jacket, as much as people are going to say, oh, it's only a jacket, what do you all? It has nothing to do with the jacket. It has everything to do with they think that's the World Series, getting a home run, get that jacket on. Who cares about jackets right now in September? It's about winning baseball games. And to me, I think Charlie Montoya has really missed an opportunity to really put a grip on that team and say, you know what, let's we had fun with the jacket. Let's put the jacket away. Let's concentrate on winning that wild card spot. And we'll see what's going to happen. I've been fading the Blue Jays now for yesterday, and I think it's going to be a tough stretch. Now, Yankees are they won last night in Boston. Boston is getting hot at the right time. They went cool in August, but we're going to see between the Blue Jays, the Expos. I wish the Expos were still there. The Blue Jays, Red Sox, and Yankees. We're going to see the three teams who's going to get those two spots. And it might come down to next week when Toronto meets the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. That's going to be a tough one for the Blue Jays, right? All right, so there's Ron with his phone. If I was in a business, that'd be a fine. But, that's why I thank God I own my own business. I don't have to pay my own fines. But, all right, let's do this. Yeah, so I love the new, you see the new Apple, the new iOS they came out with, some of the new features. So it's just one little tap, and then that's it. You can go into work mode, right? I like that. All right, so if you are tuning in for the very first time here at the Rain Report on our YouTube channel, my name is Ron Raymond. I'm a 5-time sports handicapping champion based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. In the process, I wrote a book in 2009 called Ron Raymond's Top 50 Sports Betting Secrets, which you can get on Amazon or right here at atsstats.com. If you're interested in the Rain Report tutorials, go to Tools, go to Tutorials, and you'll see I got about 18 videos that are about 4 to 7 minutes in length. And if you got nothing to do today, you want to maybe check that out. And a lot of good handicapping tips on those videos. And if you like the ponies, each and every day I give out my horse racing picks. And today I posted the horse racing selections, the entire card for Belmont right here on our front page. And you can get it all for free just by visiting our website right here at atsstats.com. All right. Also, if you're interested in membership, you got 5 days left until to take advantage of our 20% off promotion. Then once October 1st comes in, that promotion will be done. And so you can use promo code FB21. That's F as in Frank, B as in Bravo, 21, and get 20% off your next membership right here at atsstats.com. All right, I see that Armando's all worked up with those damn Blue Jays. He said it cost me an 8-teamer. The report was on point. Dodgers, Giants, Royals, and Athletics. Broke my heart. Damn Jays had everything on the line, and they just fell apart. Yeah, you know what? That's what I mean. It's they're a young team. They're a young team. They're going to be a very good team in the future. They just got to learn to win. And the thing in sports is you got to learn to win. I know there's probably a book on that says learn to win, and you got to learn to win in sports, right? When you're part of a team, you go through so many emotions, so many positives, so many letdowns, and it's as long as one of the best advice I ever got in coaching was don't let the highs get too high, don't let the lows get too low. and stay even keel and just, motor along and just, try to win every at bat, every, snap, every shift on the ice. And if you win your one-on-ones, and you'll win your big picture, right? And to me, you got to win your one-on-ones in any sports you're doing, and you got to play as a team. The one thing that will really hurt a team is individualism, right? You can't be an individual. That's what, when I was in the military in 1990 and we went to Cornwallis, the first thing they said to you is like, don't be an individual. If you're an individual, you're not going to make it in this army. And I went through 10 weeks of basic training and, did all right. In fact, I won the Commandant Shield Award, so I was really proud of that. And, anybody who's in the young, and if you're a young man or a woman, 18 to 20 or, not sure what you want to do in life, I'll tell you, joining the military was one of the best experiences that I ever had. It got me out of my situation and learned me how to be a good teammate with other fellow people in the Army or the Navy. I wore the Navy uniform, but it was one of the best experiences, and the discipline that I learned in the military was one of the best things. And it also taught you how to be a great teammate, right? How to be a team player. And if you're ever wondering, what am I going to do? Especially if you're a sports person, right? And you're not into university or college. Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with joining the forces for a couple of years until you figure it out. And the one thing I know in Canada, I know it's 3 years, right? You sign up for 3 years, and then after 3 years, you can figure out if you want to continue or not, right? So anyways, a little Ron Raymond advice there. Hey, always that's the one thing with this show. I don't mind going off track, and if I can give life skills advice or just to pump you up on a pump up. Actually, Eli and Coach O pumped me up there on watching the game day. Hey, the sun's out, guns out, let's go. Hey, so that pumped me up this morning. All right, speaking of pump it up, let's get you some money here at Belmont Park. $90,000 maiden special weight race. And in race number 1 today at Belmont, we're going to go 654 today at Belmont in race number 1. Manny Franco taking a ride here on Saffron Moon, the number 6 horse, 7-2 morning line. The number 5 horse, Nostalgic, with Alvarado taking a ride here on the 5. Nostalgic, and there's Irad Ortiz Jr. Probably going to head down to Gulfstream pretty soon, him and his brother. They normally do the Gulfstream track. The number 4 horse, Nest, 3-1 morning line on Nest. But look at Irad's last 100 in the money, only 18%. But you know what? Belmont's a tough meet, right? A lot of good drivers at Belmont. And, wow, not used to seeing Irad Ortiz Jr. only 18% in the money in his last 100 races. Now, the Joker's play of the day, the value selection in race number 1 today at Belmont's, I was going to say Belmont Stakes, but at Belmont Park. The number 1 horse, Dover Dreams, with Castellano taking a ride here on Dover Dreams. 21% in the money. The Castellano is last 100 races. 654 is the recommendation, and your long shot, well, it's not a long shot, but it's your value play of the day, the 1 horse. And if you're going to play an exacta today at Belmont, 655441. And if you're going to play a trifecta, 654154 trifecta box. Always remember to box those horses. All right, if you want the entire tip sheet today, go to ATS Stats. Look for the horse. Actually, I got a good picture of Irad right there. And, yeah, he's on, I don't know what horse he's on there. But if you look for Irad and the horses right there, you get the entire tip sheet today for free at atsstats.com. All right, let's go to the SBI, the Sports Betting Index, and let's see what come in. I got a good email from Eddie O this morning. And, Eddie O, if you're watching, I will reply to you. I saw your email. And I know the favorites yesterday had a pretty good day. In fact, one of our guys yesterday, in fact, let me pull up Eddie O's email right here. He said, Joe goes off. I'm taking all favors at plus 28.5 and probably in the 16 game. And I wonder how Joe did. I know the favorites yesterday. The favorites yesterday went, what, 12-4? Yeah, 12-4 yesterday for the favorites in Major League Baseball. So if you've been betting favorites this week, you're hitting about 55.4%. And if you're hitting totals, you're at 51% on overs, 49% on unders. And if you look at the season average, right there at 50-50, even Steven, eh? As good old Jerry Seinfeld would say, good old even Steven. 59.1 of the favorites have come in this year in baseball, 75% yesterday, 55 on a 3-day average. So, you know what? Let's go to today's action and let's see what we can do here in baseball. And then after I do the baseball one here, you guys can ask me anything on college football, NFL, or baseball, and I'll handicap those games for you. All All right, there's Isaiah Moore. How you doing, Isaiah? Play hard and enjoy it. Yeah, don't dwell, just do. Grand Day ATS says Kevin Coleman. How you doing, Kevin? A wall out of his mind. I need one lock. Said a wall out of his mind. I like that. Quentin Johnson's in the house. How you doing, Quentin? And double up my units on faves last night. Yeah, you know what? The one thing that's I say it all the time, right? In baseball, once you pass the trade deadline, hockey trade deadline, basketball trade deadline, if you're doing money line favorites in those sports after those trade deadlines, favorites do have a good run. All right, speaking of good run, hey, what a great segment. Who's on a better run right now than the St. Louis Cardinals? On a 14-game win streak right now, and they're going to send the old veteran today, John Lester. He's still pitching. Hey, man, he's still that's a long career right there for John Lester. Adrian Sampson's going to go here for the Cubbies, and Cardinals a 145 favorite. The over/under is set at 10.5. ATS forecast computer pick. Going to lean with the Cards, 3.6 to 3.5. The over/under at 7.13. Cubbies on a 4-game slide. Bucks taking on the Phillies, and Philadelphia going to send, this pitcher's been very good. I've been tracking him in the last few starts. Ranger Suarez. Hey, sounds like a park marshal or something, right? Ranger Suarez is going to be towing the rubber today for the Phillies. He'll be up against Will I Eat No Crow, and Pirates are on a 2-game losing streak. And you can see right now the Phillies, based on 71 games in the database, coming off an 8-6 win last night, 4.6 to 4.4. The over/under set at 9.08. So it does like the Phillies to win, and it does like this game to go over the total. And your Kogo is at 42%. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. And if you watch the Raymond Report tutorials, I do have a video on the Kogo. All right, Framber Valdez is going to go here today on the bump against Sean Manaea of the Oakland Athletics. Now the Houston Astros, a minus 115 favorite. The over/under set at 8. ATS forecast computer pick is going to lean with Houston in this one. 4.2 to 3.9. The over/under at 8.12. And looking at the Astros, they're coming off a 14-2 butt kicking. That's a woodshed game right there. Hey, took him right behind the old woodshed last night and just and gave him the old whack, whack, whack. That was a woodshed game last night. What's good, old skull, says D Nice. Everyone's paying attention to NCAA. Some dollars going to hit. Yeah, says Steph. GM, how you doing, Crazy? Hey, Crazy Cloud's in the house. Steph likes the Indians Giants. And, so you know what? It's a good morning. Hopefully everybody's having a good top of your morning. And like Jimmy Buffett says, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So if you're tipping the elbow, have a good one. Let me see here. Yankees taking on the Boston Red Sox. Now the Bo Sox coming off an 8-3 loss last night to Garrett Cole and the Yankees. And I know I look like a homer today, dressed all in the Yankee gear, but I'm not a homer. I'm just one of those guys that like wearing sports gear. I have no allegiance to any team except for any team in Ottawa, and I just like wearing sports gear. So don't. And I told you guys before the reason why I wear the Yankee hat. It represents championship traditions, right? Winners. When you think of the old Montreal Canadiens, there used to be a time the Montreal Canadiens used to win a lot of Stanley Cups. Yankees the same way, and that's why I wear the Yankee hat. It's winners win. Nestor Cortez Nestor Cortez was doing an interview the other day, and he had a Shiba coin T-shirt. I thought that was pretty funny. Nick Pivetta here for the Boston Red Sox, and looking at the final score of the computer forecast based on 20 games in the system, likes the Bo Sox today. First pitch 4:10 at Fenway, 7.5 to 5.7. The over/under at 13.23. Nestor Cortez, look at this. When he goes for the Yankees, they are 9-3 in Cortez starts, and the Yankees now on a 4-game win streak. And don't look now, here come the New York Yankees. All right, Kansas City taking on the Tigers. Now the Tigers coming off a 3-1 loss last night to Kansas City. Now the Royals are going to send John Easley to the hill up against Tarek Skubal today of the Tigers, and we do like Kansas City in this one. 4.8 to 4.7, the over/under at 9.53. And the last 3 games for the Royals have gone under the total, but the last 5 for Detroit have also gone under the total. And your Kogo is at a whopping 78%. Again, Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. All right, Pivetta not good lately, says Crazy Cloud. He couldn't come out with his Blue Jay hat today after yesterday's collapse. Well, Blue Jay hat's taking a break right now. I got the Blue Jay hat right here there, Armando, but it should be like the jacket. It should be tucked away in the closet right now until they get their act together. No, that's a good one though, Armando. I like that. All right, let me see here. Where was I? Detroit, yeah, last 5 have gone over. And my line on the game, I had both teams at plus in the plus 130 dog value, right? So what you want to do with the Rain Report, if you're always looking for value, take the VI right here and compare it to the bookmaker's line, and you will see if you have value. All right, Miami Marlins taking on the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay winning 8-0 last night against the Marlins. Sandy Alcantara going to go here today for the Marlins up against Shane McClanahan of the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay's last 3 games have gone under the total. And when McClanahan goes for the Rays, they are 13-10. And when Sandy Alcantara goes for the Marlins, look at the under record. 7-20-5 to the under. So I got an email yesterday saying, hey, what do you mean by 7-20-5? So 7 overs, 20 unders, 5 pushes, so 5 ties. And that's what that means right there. Miami's on a 3-game losing streak. And look at the Kogo, 62%, meaning a 38% chance of this game going under the total. And both pitchers seems to like the under, as McClanahan is 9-13-1 to the under. And we have Tampa Bay winning 4.6 to 3.45. The over-under at 8.09. But the total's at 7. So be careful today if you are betting the total on the Rays-Marlins game. All right, let me see here. He puts the winner's hat on. Says Crazy Cloud. Yeah, no, the Blue Jay hat stays on the shelf for now. Hey, it's like the jacket. The St. Louis Yankees, San Luis Yankees, says Teresa O'Brien. Hey, there's some good avatars right there. I like that. All right, good morning, Teresa. Hope you're having a good day. Texas taking on Baltimore. We got the Rangers winning this one, 4.4 to 3.9. The over-under at 8.4. Jordan Lyles going up against Chris Ellis of the Baltimore Orioles. We got the Washington Nationals taking on the Reds, Sonny Gray, and the Reds coming off an 8-7 win last night against these Nationals. And they needed that, Cincinnati did. And for Washington, they're going to send Eric Fedde up against Vladimir Gutierrez today of the Cincinnati Reds. You know, I was on Gutierrez early in like July, August, not lately. When he pitches, I try to stay away from him now. 5.6 to 4.6, the over-under at 10.29. So it does like Washington winning today. And looking at both these teams' records, when Gutierrez goes for the Reds, 11-10 on the year. All right, there's those Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Minnesota Twins. Now John Gant going to go up against Robbie Ray, who got knocked around a bit last outing. In fact, let me go take a look at Robbie Ray's last start, and he's 12-6 on the year, 2.72 ERA. Now he played Tampa Bay, and Tampa Bay will do that to you. He went 4 2/3, 7 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks. He had 1 home run against, 5 Ks, and welcome to the American League East. And that's what it's going to be like the rest of the way when you face those top teams in the American League East, right? The Yankees are heating up. Boston, they went on a good streak. So this is the best time of year if you like baseball. It's going to be exciting, and we'll see what happens to Toronto in Minnesota. Minnesota's got their number lately, right? Toronto now on a 3-game losing streak, and looking at the database on 25 simulated games in the database, previous games, 3.81 for Toronto, but 4.34 for the Minnesota Twins. And if you do like Minnesota, you're getting more dog value today. I had them listed at plus 141, and you're getting around that, about close to 150. And I had the Toronto Blue Jays at minus 180, and the bookmakers are right there in the fair market value at 176, minus 176. So if you do like the Blue Jays today, take a big deep breath, and good luck with that selection, because you will need it. All right, let's take a look at the wild card race right now, and let's take a look at the American League division. Now, the Yankees and Red Sox, if we were to start today, they would be on top. Hey, I've been betting Seattle the last couple days, since the Oakland series, and watch out for Seattle. They're coming up. Toronto fading, like Joe Namath would say, struggling. And looking at the only wild card race in the National League, it's up to between, St. Louis got a stranglehold. Hey, talk about a good time to go on a 14-game win streak, right before the pennant race is over. And the Cardinals looking good. Phillies and Cincinnati, probably outside long shot. They just need St. Louis to keep losing, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen, right? All right, so going to the next game between the Mets and the Brew Crew. Now, look at that, 3.5 to 3.5. You don't see that very often, but it's only based on 6 previous games. Rich King of the Hill going up against Corbin Burns for the Milwaukee Brewers. First pitch tonight at Miller Park, 7:10 Eastern. And a big game today. No, it's not in actually Wisconsin. If you like football, it's not in Madison. It's going to be at Soldier Field between the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Wisconsin Badgers. So maybe that's why this game here is a bit later. But I think that game. What time is that game at Soldier Field? Is that a night game or an afternoon game? I think it's around 12, right? Rich King of the Hill, 15-13 when he starts for the Mets, and when Corbin Burns goes for the Brew Crew, they are 18-8. And looking at the line on this game, minus 205 for the Milwaukee Brewers. That seems like a lot. I had minus 200. So yeah, fair market. That's fair market value for today for Corbin Burns and the Brewers. But you can see the total at 7. Total's at 7.5. We have 7, so we do like it to go under the total, and we'll see what happens in this one. All right, at the Atlanta taking on the Padres, you got Huascar Noah going up against Vince Velasquez, the former Philly pitcher right here. And looking at the line on this game, minus 126 for Atlanta. The over-under at 8.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to lean with the chop shop. Look at that, 4.9 to 4.2. The over-under at 9.18. Looking at some of the numbers, last 3 games for Atlanta have gone over the total. Last 5 for the Padres have gone over. San Diego coming off a 4-0 loss last night to Atlanta. Again, I'll go back to that pitching coach card, right? Ever since they fired the pitching coach, there's something inside that clubhouse is not sitting right. How do you go on start a good season and then all of a sudden, the wheels are falling off the cart, right? For Atlanta, they're, let me see, what's their situation in the National League East? And I still think they're 1.5 games above the Phillies. So, you know what? The Phillies aren't out of it. They can still win the division. The wild card is probably, probably a long shot. But the Phillies still have a shot to win the National League East. And let me just take a look at the Phillies' schedule the rest of the way. Are they going to face Atlanta? That would be a great talk about drama. Oh, yeah, good. So next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at Atlanta. So Philly does have a shot. And then they go to Miami. The only bad news is all those games are going to be on the road. So, yeah, talk about exciting times in baseball, right? So this is going to be a fun stretch to watch going the next, say, 10 days in baseball. All right, let's go to the White Sox taking on the Tribe. Hey, Shane Bieber last night played for the Cleveland Indians. I don't know how many innings he went, but there was a 1-0 win for the White Sox. Lance Romance Lynn going to go here today against Eli Morgan for the Cleveland Indians. Now looking at the line, minus 190 for the White Sox. The over-under at 8.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to go with the Chicago White Sox. 7.3 to 2.8. The over-under at 10.18. So it does like it to go over the total. Your Kogo in this game, chance of game going over the total is a 42%, meaning a 58% chance of this game going under the total. And looking at Lance Lynn's record when he goes for the White Sox, they are 15-10 on the year, but look at the under. 8-16-1 to the under. Maybe the under could be worth a look. Dodgers taking on the D-backs. We got the LA winning this one 6-3. The over-under at 9.68. Dodgers on a 2-game win streak. And Zach 10-gallon hat going up against Clayton Kershaw of the LA Dodgers. Giants, all they do is keep winning, right? I feel like every time I see the Giants keep winning, I see Jerry Seinfeld sitting there with that cigar counting his money there in Seinfeld, right? Just keep coming in. Just keep those Benjamins coming in. All right, so looking at minus 137, the over-under at 11.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to go with Anthony DeScalafani over John Gray today at Coors. First pitch tonight is at 8:10. 8.2 to 4.2, the over-under at 12.47. Looking at Colorado, 2-game losing streak, 71-82 on the year, and a lot of unders, 62 overs, 84 unders, and 7 pushes. The Kogos at 44%. And the last game on the board, you got the Mariners taking on the Angels, and we do like Seattle out of 42 simulated games into the database. Tyler Anderson going up against Jamie Bria, and looking at the Cal, the chance of winning on the percentage play based on the law of average theory. We do like the Halos at 60%. And again, that's just an indicator, right? That's not a pick. So all these things that I'm giving you guys, like the Cal, the Kogo, the computer pick, these are all indicators. And again, if you follow the rain report, the more indicators you can string along, the higher your confidence level becomes to that side or total. And then you got yourself a good play. Seattle now on a 6-game win streak. Again, 5.5 to 3.6. The over-under at 9.25. All right, let's go to the front page, and I got some good trends for you guys here today. And right now I want to say good morning to Zachary Reed. How you doing, Zach? And it says, I hope everyone's doing well. And crazy, just a homer won the game. White Sox, LOL. And so what are you guys betting today? You betting more college football? You betting more Major League Baseball? Or are you just playing poker? I don't know. Mariners should hit off with Berea on the mound, says Isaiah. Yeah, we'll see with that. All right, 14 reasons to bet on these Major League Baseball's winners are inside. And let's take a look at some of the stats and trends. If you go to the front page, you can get all our stats and trends. And if you go a member of ATS Stats, go inside your 80% club and go to MLB. And there's like 56 trends. So I'm going to give you guys the top 5 right here. And if you want the rest, you can go to our website right here at atsstats.com. All right, these are random trends. These are the top team system trends for today. There's my good friend Dom Magliano. There's Dom. Dom's been with us for a long, long time. Hey, Dom. Hey, we've been together now business-wise. I think, it must be close to 12 years, 15 years. Yeah, Dom's one of our original guys. So good morning, Dom. Hope you're doing well over there in La Belle Province de Montréal. Hey, and there's Miss Denica. Morning, Miss Denica. Hey, hopefully you had those Toronto Argonauts last night, -2.5. All right, LA Angels 11-1 straight up as a picking the 120 home underdog, coming off a game where they allowed 6 runs against the last 10 years. So if you do like the Angels, I like the Mariners though, but that's a pretty good angle right there. The under is 10-1 for the Royals as an away team, coming off a game where they allowed 1 run against in the last game, just the last 2 years. So if you like the under in the Royals game, that's a pretty good trend right there. The over 9-1 for the Twins as a +140, 160 home underdog, playing the months of September, the last 7 seasons. So if you like Toronto and the Twins over, you got to deal with Robbie Ray. The Giants 9-1 as an away team in the month of September, 90%, and the over is 9-1 for the White Sox as an away team, coming off a 2-game win streak this season, and that is a 90%. Hey, you know what? Let's do the last one here. The Yankees. The Yankees 9-1 to the under as a picking the 120 road underdog, coming off a game where they allowed 3 runs against the last 6 seasons, and that is a 90% angle on the under in the Yankees-Boston Red Sox game. All right, folks, that is the trends today, and you can get it for free. Just go to ATS Stats, and once you get to the home page, look for the sliding tag right here at home plate, and 83.3% raise angle. In fact, that's the 14th lowest one. Like if you look at all the trends, that's the last one we have on the raise. Just click on this, and it'll take you to the trends, and let's hopefully those trends are your friends today for a Saturday, September 25th. All right, let me see what everybody's saying. Toronto did well. Yeah, they did well. We cashed a ticket. Got a little scary at the end there, but you know what? Not really. As long as they recovered that onside kick, we were fine, right? A wall out of his mind needs a lock. Well, I know a good locksmith. Hey, a wall out of his mind. I can send you a good locksmith. Just tell me the city you're from. Locks don't exist in sports betting. Hey, I don't mean to sound like a jackass, but that's, locks don't, the goalpost has changed so much. There's no such thing as locks, right? And again, anybody who's been involved in sports betting knows that locks, the only thing we can give you here, a wall out of his mind, is our experience and our hard work, right? And again, if you want to follow my top picks, go to bullpenpicks.com and then go to most followed, and you can get, I'll put something on that 4 pick, yeah. So if you want my picks, wall out of his mind, go to bullpen and follow my picks, and then look for the highest confidence level, and that's how you get my top plays each and every day. All right, I'll take your questions if you guys anything right now in college football or NFL. I'm going big on Dodgers, Giants, and Cardinals, says Armando. Hey, Armando's going big on the chalk heavy. There's those are. I'll go back to our good friend in Macau, Vladimir. Right? Do you want to be betting on weekend baseball, knowing that the books are really waiting for all the Joe Square to come in? Right? That's the only thing you got to be careful. And I always recommend be careful betting on weekend baseball, or just less is more. Okay? Not weekend baseball, but less is more. And just what's this? I'm the locksmith king. I'm on fire, dog. He's the locksmith king. That's awesome. Hey, you got a good sense of humor, a wall out of his mind, and that's what you need to hang around us craziness over here, right? All right, any college football games you guys want me to go through? Just put it in the chat, and I will break it down. And if not, that'll be a wrap for for a Saturday, a weekend edition. Don't forget, I won't be here on Monday. That's the only time I won't be here. Gonna get the old eyes checked. So I'll be back here Tuesday. Hopefully I'll be able to see you guys better. All right. So Steph likes the Phillies run line, San Fran Giants under, or no, Giants and Indians. All right. So Steph likes the Phillies run line, San Francisco Giants and the Indians. Georgia Vandy. All right, Georgia Vandy. Let's go to Georgia Vandy for our good friend Jimmy B. Jimmy B. Sounds like a good Seinfeld episode guy. Hey, Jimmy B. Jimmy likes the Georgia Vandy game. All right, let me see here. Let's go Georgia. Georgia on my mind, All right, Georgia. Minus 35, yeah. Right away, I'm going to tell you I'm not touching the side. But, Georgia, they can't score touchdowns, right? Let's take a look at their last couple of games. Now, they put 40 on South Carolina. 10-3. No, who was it? Yeah, Clemson can't score a touchdown. Georgia, 56-7 against UAB. Is Vandy going to be able to score a touchdown today? That's the thing. Can Vandy score a touchdown against that Georgia defense? Now, they put 23 on Stanford, and they beat Colorado State, which beat Toledo last week, which is probably maybe the top team in the MAC, right? So think about that. So Colorado State beat Toledo, probably one of the best teams in the MAC conference, and then Vanderbilt beat Colorado. So that tells me they could probably put some touchdowns on the board. This sounds about right. 37-12 and 49. So if you do like the under in that game, I think the under is where you might want to go in that game between Georgia and Vanderbilt. And looking at my newsletters, let me see what my newsletters are telling me on this game. Georgia, Vandy. Where's Georgia and Vanderbilt? Georgia and Vanderbilt. You know what? Let me bring up my Excel sheet. This will be quicker. All right, so let's go here. It'll be much quicker if I do it this way, because then this way I can just do Control F and I find that game. All right, so let's go to week 4. Control F. Vanderbilt. All right, there we go. Yeah, all 3 newsletters are on Georgia. The average score 44-9. So that's what, 53? What's the total in that game? It's 53.5. Yeah, so it's right there. Again, tight game, but I think I leaned the under in that one there, Jimmy B. All right, let me see here. Let's do Missouri against BC for Steph. Missouri against Boston College. And I'm just going to take out my newsletters to see what Missouri against Boston College. So we're on Missouri 29-25. So when you round it off. And the other 2 newsletters are on Boston College. The average score 30-28. And it likes Boston College +2. Now this line is now -1. And we like Missouri 28-25. And looking at Boston College. Now, keep in mind, we only track line games. So if they're playing like teams like Elon or Maine or anything that's not on the schedule, we don't track it. 28-3, 45-28. Yeah, they haven't played anybody. Boston College hasn't played anybody. Missouri's played Kentucky and Central Michigan. And yeah, you know what? I really don't like this game. It's just I feel like I don't have a good read on Boston College because they haven't played anybody. So I'd probably go with the computer pick in this one, 28-25. But yeah, I'd probably pass on that one. All right, UAB Tulane. So yeah, let me see here. I like the over in that game, Jimmy B. Let's do Iowa Georgia for Armando. All right, one thing I won't do is if somebody just keeps on come here and post, like last week we had one guy come on and posted every game on the board. I can't sit here and post every game on the board for you guys. Well, one game per user, and this way we get more interaction from people sitting on the sideline, right? Let's get more people chatting here. All right, let's go Iowa Georgia. Iowa Georgia. Let's do Iowa and Georgia game. Iowa's playing Colorado State. So let's do Iowa and Georgia game. Well, I'll do Iowa. I just did the Georgia game. All right, let's go to Iowa. Now, Colorado State coming off that win last week against Toledo. Now, Toledo, keep in mind, the week before they played Notre Dame, so they went into that game banged up. They were just, physically beaten up by Notre Dame the week before, and they never showed up against Colorado State. Now, Colorado State, they played Toledo last week. Can they, can they put two good performances back to back? And looking at, let me see here, for their games this year, Toledo, Vanderbilt. Look at that. They 24-21. They lost to Vanderbilt, and we just talked about that. And but they lost to South Dakota State. But South Dakota State, they're in their division. They always do well, right? Let me see here for Iowa, Kent State, Iowa State, Indiana. Iowa State, they need a big win today to really get a good reading on Iowa State. If this win was legit, 27-17. I'm gonna ride the under. I'm gonna keep riding the under on Iowa. The Hawkeyes, that defense is smothering. I'm gonna go under in the Colorado State and Iowa. All right, what else do we got here? Miss Denica or Lance, Texas Tech and Texas. Yeah, the one thing with Texas Tech is Matt Wells doesn't do well on the road. In fact, when I look at his record, let me take a look at Matt Wells' record for Texas Tech. So where's Matt Wells? All right, Matt Wells, third season. He's 8-5 at home, but only 2-9 on the road. Covers 50% of his games. I like Texas in this one. I got him early in the week. I got Texas early in the week. USC against Oregon State. I see so much people debating the spread. Now, the thing with these high-profile games like USC, Michigan, I don't like to touch them because it's just, from a market psychology point of view, you can talk yourself in and out of a friggin' game real easily in today's world, right? I don't like to really bet those games unless I find there's a handicapping situation that is not talked about much, right? Letdown factors, look aheads, those type of things, or a weak scheduling spot. But let me see, USC. Where's USC? Southern Cal. All right, you know what? Let me do it this way. Every time I go in the pull-down menu, it always takes me forever to find them. All right, so Oregon State against Southern Cal. -10 is the line. Over-under is 61.5. And let me see what my newsletters and my forecasts all say. Oregon. All right, so all three newsletters on Southern Cal, USC. Average score 38-25, so it has them winning by 13. The line is by 10. So look, we have 42-20, which seems about right. And you know what? Since they fired Helton, we'll see today if there's still more. Once you fire a coach, there's always that, especially if the coach wasn't popular with the players or whatever, there's always an energy that everybody gets like a restart, right? Because if you played college football, and then if there's a certain way that the coach sees you in a different light, and now that coach is gone, now you got a new coach in there, and that you want that coach to see you, if you feel like you've been, not really given a fair shot, a lot of these players step up their game, right? So we'll see this week if a lot of these, if that bounce in their step is still there. But I do like Southern Cal. -10 is not a bad number. Let me see here. They beat Oregon State, beat Idaho, Hawaii, and Purdue. Lost to Purdue. So again, not really juggernaut type teams. And then Washington State, Stanford. That was 42-28. But again, that was the one that got Helton fired. And then 30-7 against San Jose State. I still like USC in this one. I do like the Trojans. All right, Boise State. Let me see here. It's not the Clemson game apparently. Boise State, Utah State. All right, let's go to Boise against Utah. Now, Boise, I said that the other day in my college football video. The one thing that we tend to do as handicappers or fans is we always look at the past, right? In programs. The one thing when you handicap college football, you're handicapping the program. And in a lot of these programs, like Boise State, when Peterson was there, Harsin was there, they've always done well. But we tend to go back to the thinking, oh, it's Boise, they have a good tradition, a good way of winning. But sometimes you can't think like that, right? So let me go. Where's Boise State again? Let me go to my college football. Let me see. Wisconsin, Notre Dame. I got Wisconsin line landslide, says BC Dave. Yeah, the one thing with Wisconsin that, when you look back at that game against Penn State, they could have beaten Penn State. Had they not turned the ball over, they could have beaten Penn State, And we all know the Badgers always have, when you think of Wisconsin, you think of running the football, right? You always think of the Hogs. Like Wisconsin is O-line U, right? When you think of the Badgers, you think of great O-lines because there's a reason why teams in the cold states, focus on running the ball, because once you get to October, November, and it's cold and it's damp, and the passing game, when Rich Rodriguez went to Michigan thinking he could bring the spread offense there, remember what happened? That the spread doesn't work very well in late October, November games, especially in climate areas where it's very cold, right? And Wisconsin, run the ball. And today I think they're going to run all over with Notre Dame. And Notre Dame, I feel like they've been getting away with some close-scoring games, right? Even though they won 27-23 in their last game to Purdue, they beat Toledo by 3, Florida State by 3. The Rabbits' foot's about to end. I think Wisconsin beats them up today. I mean, beats them up. The O-line, hey, it's all one in the trenches. If you play football, you coach football, you know where it starts. It starts in the trenches, right? All right, what else here? Did I miss the game here? Boise State, yeah, Boise, right? I got thrown off with that. I got thrown off by Wisconsin. As soon as I start talking O-line, I get excited because I know O-line, that's how you win championships. Hey, you win in the trenches, baby. All right, Boise State 31, Utah State 23. Now Utah State coming off a win, an upset win last week against the Air Force, right? Looking at back North Dakota here, 48-24, Washington State. So Utah State coming in very hot, and Boise State, now they're coming off a loss last week by 1 point to the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And let me see what my newsletters say. Boise State. So all three newsletters are on the Broncos. The average score 36-29. So we got them winning by 7. So we do. What's the line now? So the line's 9. The line's going up. Again, there's other better games on the board. I just don't like laying 9 on the road in college football with almost any team, unless it's like a dominant program, right? And because of what I said earlier, Boise State, we think it's like the old Boise State, but it's not. And you look at Boise State, they had a really tough schedule. The first game against UCF, 36-31, a game where they were winning at halftime, right? They were doing really well, but Central Florida, they came back. Dylan Gabriel in the second half did a good job. They beat UTEP, big deal, and then Oklahoma State last weekend, right? So the Boise State, I wouldn't trust Boise State in this spot. It could be a nice bounce back spot for them after a defeat last week by 1 point at home to the Cowboys. But Utah State, what's their mindset going to be? They were at Air Force last week. They got a nice road win. Is this a letdown spot for Utah State? Is the over maybe a consideration? The under, 55.2. Maybe the under is where you want to go in this one. What does my newsletter say with the predicted score? Let me see here. Boise, we got a high score in there. We got 62. We got yeah. So you know what? Here's the thing. Let me do this. Let me go to my database, and let me see this year totals over 60. So let me go to my super database, college football. Let's do totals over 60 this year. Let's see what the trend is in that department. Mine college. No, I got to go to college football. All right, here we go. Oh, here we go. Totals over 60 this season. And let's see what the trend is, right? Where's current season? There. Oh, thought I had it. There we go. All right, so we'll do home teams because it takes home and away. And let's see what the survey says. So 20 and 34 to the under. All right. And home teams 31-21. So let me try this here. Let me see. Home underdogs. So let's do home underdogs when the total 60 or more. Let's see what the record is. Home underdogs when the total 60 or more this season in college football. Oh boy, 7-7. That does help us out. But 9-3 against the point spread. So maybe Utah State could be the play here. Maybe Utah State could be the play. All right, let me see here. One more. I'm going to do one more. And let me see here. Anybody have a game they want me to look at? All right, Zachary Reed, and then that'll be it. San Jose against Western Michigan. San Jose. Hey, we're going to San Jose. Where's San Jose? All right, like I said, let me do it this way. Spend 10 hours looking at that. All right, against the Broncos. Now, Western Michigan, let me take out the MAC schedule here. I'll take a look at the MAC standings. Let's go to standings. Let's go to MAC. All right, so, all right, taking a look at the standings right here. How come there's no, it's not updated? All right, here we go. So Eastern Michigan, Western Michigan, 2-1. Man, look at that. In the MAC East, there's not one team with a winning record. Everybody's losing record. So, and there's only two teams in the MAC with a winning record. One of them is Western Michigan. So, let that sink in, right? San Jose State. Let's take a look at San Jose State. Let's go to the standings right here. And let's take a look at San Jose State. They are 2-1 in the Mountain West. And Fresno is going to be the team to beat. Now, the Spartans right here, a 3-point road underdog, Western Michigan -3. The computer pick does like San Jose, 35-30. And looking at some of the numbers, my line -10. And I also had plus 7.5. And is this the first time? Yeah, the first time they've met. Let me take a look at their... so Western Michigan, yeah, here's the thing. They beat Pittsburgh last, so there could be a letdown spot here today at home against San Jose. 28-0, 14-47 against Michigan. So, the opponents they played, very tough opponents. Maybe they got beaten up between the first 3 games, right? When you play big programs like Michigan, semi-big with Pittsburgh, and then, San Jose is coming off Hawaii, Southern Cal, and Southern Utah. And you know what? Let me take a look at the record here for San Jose, Brendan. All right, Brent Brennan, 5th season on the road, 6-18, 60% win percentage. Yeah, you know what? I do like San Jose State here. San Jose, I think Western Michigan could be beaten up a bit here. Check the injuries to see what their injury status is, but I think San Jose +3 is a pretty good one right here. I like San Jose, so I want your thought. Yeah, I agree with you, Zach. All right, there's my good friend Eddie O. I'll be rewinding and checking the whole podcast soon. Says Eddie O from Montreal. And notre bon ami de Montréal, Eddie O. All right, folks, have yourself a great rest of your day. Again, if you're interested in my plays for baseball, go to bullpenpicks.com. You want my college football plays, my NFL plays, you can get them right here at atsstats.com. Go to college football, CFB picks. That comes with your membership. Or if you want my my investment picks, my top plays, go to picks. Go to Ron's premium picks. And on this page, you can see my top plays, my past 25 top plays. Having a pretty good run right now. And again, it's because I'm selective. I'm being very selective, and I'm only, betting the plays that I really feel good about, and I feel it's a good investment, right? So, all right, enjoy the rest of your day in college football, and stay safe. And we'll see you back here tomorrow on a Sunday weekend edition of the Raymond Report. In the meantime,